everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa from Potsiefighter, and I'm back today with another 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout for you. So today I'm making this random layout, not the random layout, but a layout with this random bunch of stuff. I have just this like an iris box, and I just put in leftover stickers and stuff like that. That, you know, when an embellishment pack is almost gone or a sticker pack, then I usually cut it down and put it in there. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first I'm gonna do some mixed media in the background. So I'm gonna do an 8.5 by 11 white cardstock base. This is just the American Crafts one. My dogs just started playing in the back. I don't know if you can hear them. I'm sorry if you can't. But anyways, so I'm working in my vacation, Mallorca vacation album right now. Or this photo is from there. And this is a photo that I took in the aquarium. And it's of like they had these kind of tubes with bubbles, like with air bubbles. And then they had like LED lights that made them different colors. So there's one red, one green, and one blue. So I took a photo of that. It looks really cool. And now I'm gonna do three colors, two stencils. So I'm gonna do a red section that is the biggest. Then the middle part is the green one, and then there's a small blue part as well. At first I used a bigger polka dot stencil and used a sponge to put the color through, and now I'm using this as a DLS Designs stencil and just using a palette knife to put that paint through there. And as you can see, this is not perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. First of all, I'm not a messy, I am a messy scrapbooker, sorry. And second of all, these are air bubbles, they are not perfect. So I thought it was fitting. So I just put the red through, and then I'm gonna quickly clean off the stencils in between as well as I can. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just use some baby wipes. I know it's not the most what is it called? I can't think of the word, but for the environment thing. But I usually I cut down my use of baby wipes so much. Like I used to use a lot, and now I barely use them, which makes me really happy. I started using my microfiber cloth that I also use here, but I didn't want to put that much paint on it. And also with the acrylic paint, it dries fairly quickly if you have just like a thin coat of color. So yeah, I just used it here. And then again, the first stencil and now the second stencil with the palette knife. And again, I overlap the two sections, like the green and the red. And in the middle, I didn't care for the gap because I knew that that's where my photo was gonna be. So yeah. Again, and one more clean off, and then I'm gonna, after the blue, I'm gonna wash it in the sink. And of course, I'm gonna put that color back in the tube. It's a really pretty green. It's rather new. It's called a forest green or something, although I disagree. This is not a forest green for me, but I like it, so I don't care. It's more of a sagey color. It's really pretty. Anyways, and onto the last one, the blue. It's also a very pretty color. And these are like mushroom sponges, like they are for crafting. I usually use just like makeup sponges because they're a lot cheaper and easily accessible, because like the fancy like art painting sponges. They're not really accessible here where I live in Austria, and also they're very expensive. And these are like from a not a painting, but like a store where they have also art supplies, and that was rather cheap. I think like a pack of a couple of them, like I think there are 3 in different sizes. They were only a couple of bucks. So yeah. So I let that dry, and now I'm gonna use some vellum. This is A4 size, so I had to trim it down a bit so it's the same size, and it does have a border because A5 is not like 8.5 is a bit wider than that. And because at some areas the paint was still wet, especially at the blue section, because that's what I used last, I could just stick it on and it would just stay. So yeah, and off camera I pulled out the the Dear Lizzie, like the number stickers from one of her sticker packs. I don't like sticker packs. I don't remember the collection. Might have been Stay Colorful, possibly. I don't know. No, I don't know. Doesn't matter. And I always struggle with those. So I was really happy that I was able to use those up. Not all of them, but most of them. So, and the corner I used the tiniest bit of double-sided tape to adhere down the vellum. And behind the picture, I just used a bunch of glue, but I couldn't make any of it work, so that was fun. But bottle number 3, there we go. Okay. So, and oh, I used wet glue. Why did I use wet glue? Okay, well, doesn't matter. Then I had to lay it upside down, but that's okay. And also the bubbles that you can see there, I just showed you, is an Hip Kit Club Kids alphabet stickers. So here you can see, and I was really lucky because the numbers from 1 to 8 were in those colors that I could use. So the 0 and the 9 were yellow, and that was really lucky because if it would be like the 5, then I would not been able to use those. And I really like the color of that, the blue. I thought about putting them across the photo, but I didn't like that. So then I decided to just put them next to the photo, sorry. And then the 2 stickers that I just put down are from Amy Tangerine sticker book. And then there goes the bubbles, because that layout is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bubbles, because of the colors they match. And like I did a kind of a just random not letters, these are not letters, numbers throughout the layout in their color section, obviously. And then I used some glue to put them down. And first of all, I was really, really happy to use up those damn it, numbers, because I struggle with those. I I don't like them. I mean, they're pretty, but I struggle with using them. But this was lucky. I mean, the layout doesn't need them. Like it doesn't need to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bubbles. It just can say bubbles as well or something else. But it was a nice way of using them up. And then this is from a December daily, like a Hip Kit Club Document December, I think is what their kits are called. Kit from, oh gosh, 2018 probably. And there were some sequins, so I used a bunch of sequins, and that is basically all of the embellishing that I do, because I did struggle with what I wanted to put on there because the background is quite busy, but the vellum obviously tones it down quite a bit. And I really love how this turned out. Like the sequins really make the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bubble thing like the whole theme of the layout really obvious, I think, in my eyes. Anyways, so yeah, that was my layout for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!